Today we're looking at the name of Allah, Al-Wahhab. And Al-Wahhab is a name that means the abundantly generous one. And this is a generosity that knows no limits and does not discriminate. It is a generosity that is given to the Muslim and the non-Muslim, the good and the evil, and expects nothing in return. And so often when we give something, we expect that there will be reciprocity. But Al-Wahhab never expects from us. This is just a true sign of his generosity and magnificence. And what we can understand from this is that everything is easy for Al-Wahhab. Everything is easy for Allah. And everything that he gives, every blessing that we have, is a true sign of the truth of Allah. And this beautiful name is often connected or used together with Al-Aziz to show Allah's might and the might of his generosity, that whatever he gives is a sign that points to Allah. And sometimes we think that we are undeserving of such gifts or undeserving of the blessings or the ni'mat of Allah. But actually this is not the case whatsoever, because everything is easy for Allah, and this is a generosity that knows no bounds. And if we look directly in the Quran, we see the beautiful example from Prophet Sulaiman, who makes dua to Allah, and he says, Ya Allah, please forgive me. And then right after he asks for forgiveness, for whatever reason he was asking for forgiveness for, he turns around and he asks Allah to bless him with a beautiful kingdom, a kingdom unlike any other. And what do we know? And then after that, he uses the name Al-Wahhab. He calls Allah by this name, Al-Wahhab. And what do we know is that Allah accepted this beautiful dua, and that he gifted Allah control of the birds and the jinn, something that had never been given to anyone else, because Al-Wahhab's generosity knows no bounds. And it doesn't matter how far we think we are gone or sinful or whatever we've done, the generosity of Al-Wahhab is beyond that. And so we need to reflect on that. We need to know that Al-Wahhab's promise is true, and that everything is easy for Allah, and this is a promise. And so anytime that we are in need of Allah, we can start by praising Allah, asking for forgiveness, and never being shy to turn to ask to Al-Wahhab for whatever it is that we need. Assalamu alaikum.